Hey guys, we're sitting here in Missouri. Give you guys a little recap of last week and then on into this week. We were able to get up there to Kansas and hunt last weekend. Was able to see shooters every single evening. Just none of them came close. The large majority of the deer movement we did see during that Halloween weekend was in the evening times. We did see several bucks in the morning, just working the timber lines there on their scrapes, but it just seemed like the large majority of the deer movement that I saw was in that evening time, and it was a really good quality hunt. I just didn't have the deer that we were after come by, but those big deer, they're up and moving. They are up and moving last weekend, and then on into this week, it's actually kind of been a reverse. I hunted yesterday morning, which would be Thursday, and I've actually seen a lot more activity in the morning times, and really it's in the mid mornings. I don't think I saw the first deer yesterday morning until about 8 o'clock. Now it was kind of foggy, but once once that fog lifted up, I mean those deer, they were moving. I hunted till I think 10:30, 11 o'clock yesterday and saw deer just constantly moving. I saw quite a few does that still have their fawns with them, but those big boys are up and moving. I had a really nice 4.5-year-old deer. He's a 7 point. He'd be an awesome deer if he had that G2 on his left hand side, but unfortunately he didn't grow that for some reason this year. So but we're building pretty good history with these bucks, and when it comes to them being that 5.5-year-old range, that's typically when I'll start hunting them. I was able to make it back on Halloween and hunt Missouri, and actually got to see my target deer on this particular piece of property, and he actually skirted me back to the west of here, and he worked out here. He's with a doe, and that doe came right through here, as planned. But he ended up coming skirting me on there, and I actually hadn't seen that deer uh, from Halloween all the way up till about 30 minutes ago today, and um, I've got that 7 point. That's a real nice deer, but I've also got this guy. He's a 9 point, and one thing that I've really had to watch for is the glass of these deer, because even at 60, 70 yards, their frame is so similar that the only way I can definitely identify that deer is to get up there and glass that particular both those deer, and make sure I do get a shot opportunity presented for myself. I'm choosing the right deer to harvest there. So it's been really cold in the mornings. Those deer have been up and moving. This morning, it actually went from the get-go. I had a nice little spike that came out there, ran through some of the wood lots, I think, and pushed a lot of these does out in the field, and it's sitting right around 10:30 again, and it's just been constant movement, throughout the entire morning. So, I've been trying to really watch and make sure that I understand, I'm seeing where those does are moving in and out of, because we'll hunt throughout this weekend, but the following week, I'll be able to archery hunt Thursday and Friday, and chances are I'll probably archery hunt during rifle season as well, but I'll probably go ahead and bring the Bagara with me, just to kind of double up, and if I got a deer out there I want to harvest, it's further than archery here to reach, then I won't hesitate pulling up and harvesting with that. But overall, it's right there. There's been a lot of does, that still have their fawns with them, that I saw yesterday. I've actually seen a lot more fawns breaking off, or does breaking off from them, with those bucks pushing them. They're either getting lost, or the does kind of push them off, knowing that she's about getting ready to get into that estrus period. So, we're sitting over here. I'm still seeing deer out there on the horizon. So, the big bucks, they're out there moving. And it's just, even though it's going to get a little warmer this weekend, um, it's just going to take that right doe, to pull that big boy right in there. So, don't hesitate hunting this weekend. Um, those for us in the Midwest, we've got another really big front moving through here, I believe on Wednesday night into Thursday morning next week. So what my game plan is I'm going to hunt pretty conservative this week, but once that Thursday and Friday hit next weekend or next week, um, I'm going to probably be jumping up in either the saddle or the Millennium tree stands and start coming after, getting pretty aggressive on some of these bucks and hopefully end up harvesting. Right now we're overlooking a winter wheat food plot. I'm not real big on hunting the food in the morning, but the way I can get in and out of here, and this is more of a transition point between several different woodlots. It's very seldom that I actually blow deer out of here in the morning, and I'm able to sneak in here, and I can really glass this entire food plot before we make it down into this redneck, and it works out a really good, entry and exit, there. So that's going to wrap up this week. It's there. So start getting aggressive, start enjoying getting out there. Um, one thing I did want to touch on this week is what we're actually hunting in. I covered the redneck ghillie blind up on the trailer there last week, but I wanted to show you guys, the inside of this particular blind. This is the 6x7 Platinum from Redneck. It is again up on the trailer. I think this is a 6x10 trailer, and it just allows the mobility of these trailers to get in and out of areas. So, again, you've got your four vertical windows that open and shut there, and then you've also got your three big windows, that raise and come up, and then you've got your the door back here that's got a little window. Typically, you probably just be able to shoot a rifle out of there, but these things are extremely comfortable. I've got three different deals there for cup holders. It's got the coat rack, the bow hanger that comes with it, and then from Ozonics, I've also got their blind holder that they can get that Ozonics up a little bit higher. That way, it's covering your scent. So we've got some pretty good Browning trail cameras to show you guys this week. So like always, hopefully you guys are getting out there in nature, and best luck on your upcoming hunt.